Evening.
How are you?
I'm good. What about you?
Oh, well, that's okay.
Okay.
Sorry late that today have every Mondays have more meetings, huh? I don't
Yeah,
know why.
actually, it's very busy, right?
Because the busy the
Yeah,
meeting visit had that meeting.
of course. And
Yeah.
it's part of life. Okay, don't you worry. You will be rewarded for that.
Yes.
Okay, I hope you can see this one,
Yeah, I
Jimmy.
can see.
Yeah, okay. So before we're going to proceed with our lesson for today, let me give you first this pronunciation drill. Okay? So I want you to pronounce this one, Jimmy.
Yes.
Okay? Can you say,
Blue.
okay, correct.
Blaze.
With the S, so you have to say,
Blaze.
ses.
Blazes.
Yes, that's right. Then,
And the Kate.
cake, very good. And then,
Alert.
yes, and
Uh, extremely.
okay, extremely.
At,
Again,
extremely.
okay. Can you emphasize the X? So it should be extremely.
Ex, extremely.
Yeah, that's correct. The next one,
Sigh.
since.
Sin.
Since.
Since.
Okay, again.
Since.
Okay, repeat after
Since.
me, huh? Repeat after me, Jimmy. Say blue,
Blue.
places,
Places.
cake,
Kate.
alert,
Alert.
extremely,
Extremely.
since.
Sin.
Oh, okay. Emphasize the C, since.
Since.
Okay, very good. That's right. Okay.
Thank you.
So, a little practice could make you pronounce well. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So let's proceed with our lesson now. Actually, given you a homework, right? So have you able to listen with the video or not yet? Have you watched that? Not
Not
yet.
yet. Not yes.
Okay, so we're going to watch this one, and then
Yes.
after that, we're going to have a. Okay, wait for a while. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Can you see it, Jimmy?
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah. Okay. So let's start now.
Where?
Hi. Today I'm talking to people about what's happening in the world and issues that concern them. What do you think are the biggest challenges facing the world today?
I think one of the biggest challenges facing the world today would be world or global poverty.
The economy and I guess
Economy.
the environment is the biggest
Environment.
ones that I would say.
There's loads. So poverty, global warming. I think anything that ultimately is driven by profit, probably.
I think our environmental impact is a big social issue that is
Environment.
facing the world at the moment,
Envirom-
and I'm not sure that it's
environmental
high enough on the
impact.
agenda with politicians and globally, and it's something that we should be addressing before it's too late.
Apart from poverty, I'd say food.
I think sort of
Safe.
environmental pollution, terrorism's a problem, and the economy is pretty bad right now, so that's that problem too.
I would have to say maybe greed. Um, Everyone seems to want more and more and more and never satisfied, which oftentimes leads to corruption and for the have-nots
The
to have
corruption.
even less. So
Yeah.
I think that's a big reoccurring problem today.
Big problem.
Well, probably one of them is energy. I think possibly nations should try and discover some sort of alternative fuel, as the fossil fuels will be running out in approximately 50 years' time.
Okay,
If you
there.
could do
Ah,
one
yeah.
thing to change the world, what would it be?
Probably rectify global poverty.
Stop all the wars, make everybody live in peace, in harmony.
If people chat more, then I'll be able to understand their viewpoint. Hopefully they'll understand my viewpoint. Hopefully less conflict, whether it's over poverty, whether it's over global warming, whether it's over any other physical conflict as well. So people need to chat more.
I would like to see more women in power. I'd like to see more women prime ministers because for some reason I think that they would have a more nurturing response to things and perhaps have better ways of dealing with all sorts of world issues such as war.
Wind farms. Um, we've got lots of wind in this country and in places like Denmark. So we could use that as a possible source of fuel.
We need to get more countries agreeing with each other, because I think eventually the world's going to run out of natural resources, and we have to get together to sort it out.
Getting food, medicine, or education to the world's poor, I think that would be a good idea.
I don't know, kind of have everybody live in each other's shoes sometimes. I think sometimes we kind of are quick to judge and not always know what other people are going through. So that would be a good little thing to have, to be able to switch the roles sometimes. It's not always easier on the other side.
Suitable sometimes.
Yeah. Okay, so there you have it.
Yes,
Yeah. So I hope you were able to understand what they're talking about.
the,
Okay.
yeah, they talking about the world as the economy and
Yeah.
environment and corruption. Sorry, corruptions.
Corruption. Yeah, it was
Yes,
mentioned there that
yes.
corruption is also rampant, not only in their particular
In the
place, but of course it's whole
uh,
worldwide,
yeah, for the way,
right?
and they are talk about the foods and the environment management for some the
Yeah.
project that better is for the weather and a lot of people like it and stay at home is eat have
Yes.
life.
Yes. So it was mentioned there. Actually, all of the problems that was mentioned in that particular video. Okay. Okay. Let's go back with our presentation. Okay, for a while. So let's try to answer this one, Jimmy. Okay, what do you think would be the two answers here? So
I can't
you
see, I'm
cannot see
sorry.
it.
Yes,
Yeah. Okay, for a while. Okay. Okay. What about this one? Can you see it? Can you see it now?
yeah, just now. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, what do you think would be the blanks in here or the correct answer in here? So we are going to supply the words in here that was mentioned in the video. Okay, I'm going to read it to you. Today, I'm talking to people about what's happening in the world and blank that blank them. So what do you think are the biggest blank facing the world today? So what do you think would be the first one?
Environment.
It's issue. Okay,
Yeah.
so as you can see in the introduction of the video, the girl there who is the one asking question, she said, today I'm talking to people about what's happening in the world and
And
issue
issue.
that,
That's
yeah,
yeah,
that
issue. The environment. Yeah.
concern. Yeah, so the second one is concern them.
Conscience. Yeah.
Yes. So what do you think are
Conscience.
the biggest
Big biggest biggest mean that
biggest
sir.
challenges? Yes.
Challenging,
Yes.
challenging,
So the
challenging,
yeah, so
challenging,
challenges.
challenges
Challenges facing the world
facing the world
today.
today.
So the correct answers would be issue, concern, and challenges.
Ah,
Okay? So that's the correct answer because in that particular video, it as what you have said while ago, it's all about global problems or the
Yeah,
world problem, right? Not only a problem within that particular country, but it's globally, okay? Meaning it's the whole world. Okay, poverty not only here in the Philippines, but of course some other Asian countries,
yeah,
right? And then terrorism, it was also mentioned in there.
terrorism.
What else? We have environmental problem, right?
Yeah.
So it was already mentioned in there. Okay, so let's move on in here. Now, who do you think this particular persons, okay, that was mentioned in the video said the following uh, phrase or words? Okay. What about Michael? What about the problem or the response of Michael? Is he mentioned about?
Mr. Michael, he mentioned about um, wait me big it is the right I guess he said that environment.
The
Uh,
environment. That's correct.
yeah.
Okay, he mentioned about the
John
environment, right? Okay, what about Bridget?
Bridget, she also said that environment and economic.
Okay, and then what about
Uh,
Joe?
Joe, Joe, I'm not sure. I go ahead with the Crossy. Crossy said that the the terrorism,
Okay, actually, he mentioned about
terrorism,
poverty also and global
global,
warming.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay, what about
global
Rosie?
warming,
Yeah,
global
global
warming,
warming. Yeah,
yeah,
global warming. Okay.
yes.
What about Rosie? What he mentioned?
Crosses, crosses
Yeah,
that Rosie,
she
she said
mentioned
talking more
about,
about again environment impact.
yes, it's environmental impact.
Yeah,
Okay. And then what about Eddie?
now Mr. Eddie he said that food.
Yes, that's food. Very good.
Yeah.
What about Hannah?
Hannah, she's always talking about the university to learning something the economy, the
Okay.
economy.
Yeah, actually, she mentioned about environmental pollution.
Oh, really?
Okay, and then
Ah,
terrorism. Okay, that's
tourism.
Hannah. Yeah,
Ah,
and what
tourism
about,
is.
yeah? What about Dawn?
Don't see talking more. Go. She said that the corruption,
Yeah,
environment,
yes,
terrorism, and
yeah.
some greed.
Greed, actually, greed
Yeah.
and corruption. She was
Yes.
able to mention that one in her interview. And the last one would be Malcolm. So what do you
Mr.
think?
Malcolm. I
It's all
forgot him.
about
I forgot. This
it's energy. Okay, he
energy.
was able
Yeah.
to mention about energy. Okay,
Yeah.
so actually what we are emphasizing in here, Jimmy, is that all about that they mention is all about the global or the global problems we are facing.
Yeah.
Okay, so not
Impact.
only in your country but of course to the whole universe.
I'm
Okay,
sorry. I'm sorry. Number two,
yes,
the work. Mm,
poverty.
poverty, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
poverty.
poverty.
That's yeah. This is the poverty that mean that what it mean?
Lack of food. Okay, lack of food because they don't have money, so they are hungry. Okay, because they don't have money to buy food, and they are less fortunate, they don't have money. So those who are beggar, those who are asking for money, is considered as a person suffering from poverty.
Poverty.
Yes.
Is it not the same that the poor man?
Poor, yeah, it's a
Yeah,
poor.
poor man,
Okay.
right? Yeah,
Yes, it's a
yeah, yeah.
poor man or a
Poor
poor
man,
woman
poor
or a
woman. Yeah,
poor
poor.
family.
Poor.
poor
Yeah.
family. Yeah. So that's poverty because
Yeah.
they are suffering from this particular economic problem, which is poverty.
Property. Yes. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Okay. What else? So all of this are already what is one understood?
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
understood something. Only the
The poverty. Yeah.
property.
What about greed?
Treat that uh, do mean that I need more. I need more the money, but
Yeah.
I don't want I don't want to like to come to work. I will try to do something and to take it free.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you're most of the time you're just going to use people in order to get a lot of money, but you're not working for it,
Yes.
right? So you are greedy. So you don't want to pay other people of their services, but you want a lot of money. So
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is greedy. So the
Greatly.
action would be greedy. And if you're talking about of that particular word, we have to say greed.
Yeah,
Okay? Yeah,
yeah.
so if you're going to apply that in a person, so that person is greedy.
Mm.
Okay? Okay. So I hope this one is already understood. Now, let's move on to another. Actually, it's again, okay? What are, do you think, would be the solutions that they mention in the conversation? So we are going to number them. Number one has been given to us. Okay? So according to them, can you read this one, Jimmy?
Uh, solve the problem of global uh,
Poverty.
poverty.
Yes. So number one is to put wind farms.
Wind farm.
Yes.
Wind farm. Wind
Wind
farm.
farms. You know what is a wind farms?
Wind farm mean that the on the big
Yeah.
farm, right? Big
There
farm.
would be a big, what is one? It looks like an electric fan, right?
Yeah, electric
So it
farm.
looks like a big electric fan,
Yeah.
which is producing current. So this one is what we call a wind farms.
Yeah, wind
And
farm.
then what do you think would be the second one?
Change place with other people.
Okay.
Change place. Change
Actually,
place
the
with
next
the other
one,
people. That's if you change place another people that uh, take take to us order.
yeah. But actually, the order of this one is the first one. It was mentioned by Michael. Okay,
Michael,
and then the second one is to stop all
stop
wars.
on
So this one
words.
is number two.
Stop on the
Okay, okay.
words.
What about number three?
Stop on word.
Yeah.
Uh,
So the next one is to. Hmm?
mm, more woman and cream. Huh? No, this is they are talking about help the poor.
Okay.
Help the poor.
So
Help the poor. Correct. Help the poor.
help the poor. Okay. And next,
Help
woman or
woman.
more
Woman.
women prime
Price
ministers.
ministers.
Yes. And then, what's the
And then
next?
and then uh, and then change and then change place with other people.
Yes, changes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then talk to
Talk
each
to each
other.
other. Yeah.
Yes. And then save
The last one, sell
natural
natural results.
resources. Okay, so that would be the solution. Actually, all of that solutions
Mm.
can solve global problem,
Mm.
right? Let's say, for example, in a certain place wherein you can be able to put wind
Wind farm.
farms. So what would be the effect of that? So you can save energy because through the wind farms, just like here in the Philippines, we have one wind farm in here in the Philippines. So
Yeah.
all the people in that particular area or place um, are can benefit in this particular wind farm. So they're not paying for a current anymore
Yeah,
because they just use the wind farm's electricity.
yeah. The power
Okay?
electric, the power electric is here with the wind farm that's free. We
Yeah,
don't
that's
want, yeah, that's
free.
free. We don't
Yeah,
want to
that's
pay
free.
everything. Yeah, if
Yes.
the energy come by the oil or the machine or the water or something, is it not enough? Then if you are use the
Yes.
wind farm, that it is free on the world,
Yeah,
in
actually,
the earth.
if ever the whole universe can have this particular wind farms, it could lead to a betterment to
Yeah,
the whole
betterment.
world. Yeah, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then another one, okay, is changes places with other people in order for you to feel what they feel, so you have to change position.
Yeah, change
if
position.
if you are a manager, so what you're going to do is to go down and then look at that people, okay, so that you can be able to say that, oh, how lucky am I, because I can eat this, I can wear this one, but this person cannot.
Yes.
Okay, so that you can be able to feel what they feel.
Yes.
Okay, and then stop all the wars, meaning,
Stop on the world.
yeah,
Stop
so
on the
we have
sword
to
that
stop bombing. We have
yeah.
to stop gunning, right? Those who are
Yeah.
shooting
Stop on
people.
the world. That
Yeah,
this is
so we
the
should have,
stop US, Georgia and Ukraine.
yeah, Russia and yeah, right?
Ukraine.
So they should
Ukraine.
have to stop that one. They should have to stop the wars, because if they will not going to stop that, what happened to the people in there?
Yeah. This
So
is
they were all gone. They will be going to die,
take
right?
it too long. Take it too long. Is it to build the country and the people? Is it they are very poor, don't have the job, don't have money, and don't have
Yes.
everything? Is it only the palm? Yeah, and
Yes,
the queue
and the poverty in that
property
particular place will
is
going to be to will is rampant,
rampant.
because they don't have money anymore, because
Yes.
they don't have food to eat anymore. So what happened to them? So they were going to die.
Yeah.
Okay, and the most what is one, the most pity, okay, pity situation, that you can see a lot of children,
Oh,
even infants, little children dying because
yes.
of the wars,
Yeah.
right? So it's not good.
Yeah.
Okay? And then another solution is to save
It's
natural
natural.
resources. Like, for example, so we don't have to, what is one? We don't have to waste too much of our natural resources,
The yeah.
let's say, for example, our mountains. Do not cut trees,
Yes, not
right?
cut tree, and
Yeah.
we try to don't try to take out the oil sorry the oil in the world in the earth, and
Yes.
yes, and don't try to take the gold or the diamond or some is this
Correct. The
yeah
gold and the diamonds in that
that
particular
particular
place, right?
yes
Because
place
it will cause damage to the world.
yes yes
Yeah, it will cause the so-called soil erosion,
yes
right? And those who are living in, particularly under that particular mountain, of course,
oh
they will going to suffer also. Okay? And then another
help the
solution is
poor
to help
yes
the
help
poor.
the poor
Yeah, so if you have something, if you have money, so let that money be shared to the poor
yeah
people,
we
right?
said to them a little
Yes.
bit is it not the one
Yeah.
to save phone but say a little bit is it better
A little bit
yeah
that they could also provide their own needs, because
yes
those who are poor people, they just wanted to eat. They don't want anything in this world, but they wanted to eat together with their families, right?
okay
Okay, and then another solution according to them
take
would
to
be
earth
talk
talk to earth
to
or
each
the
other. Yes. Okay, so what do you think? Is it effective to talk to each other?
Yeah,
Yeah,
very very good training.
yeah.
Yes,
just
it's
like
you.
what just like what we are doing, right? We are doing a the so-called tutorial, and then we can exchange ideas with your country and our country, so
Yes.
that we can be able to have a little conversation about what's happening in the world,
Mm.
right? Okay,
And
and lastly we have.
how to improve in your place? How to improve yourself? Open the mindset.
Yes, okay,
Yeah.
that's correct. Next, more women prime ministers. So when we say
Yeah.
prime ministers, is that those who
Leadership.
are leaders, okay?
Yeah,
Those
leadership.
who are
Leader.
leaders of the government. So maybe some other countries, they have the so-called prime ministers instead of president. What about in Vietnam?
uh,
Who is the ruler? Is it
yes, the
president?
ruler.
Is it
The
president or the king? Do you have a king in there, or
no
king and
no
queen? You don't have.
no.
So
We
it's
don't have
president.
don't have king, don't have queen in Vietnam. But 10 years ago, you never see
Yes.
that the president with the woman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
up
so
to
it's a
now,
woman.
yes, up to now, the maximum they are the woman is it become to assistant resident.
Oh, yeah. Actually, here in the Philippines, there were two presidents who became our
Yeah,
prime minister, our president here in the Philippines.
yeah, one
Okay,
woman.
but yeah,
See, feel down, right?
again.
No, see, the in the I'm heard in the Philippines or in the Malaysia,
Mm-hmm.
one woman the president. Uh, was woman? I remember. I forgot. That's her. She's very
Powerful.
yeah powerful. Yeah, I forgot the name, sir. Sorry.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. I don't know that also.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. So that's it. So these are the following advices that actually these are good, right?
yeah,
If
very
if ever
good.
we can if ever we can do this one, if ever we could apply this one, so maybe we could have a better place to live here in the
Yeah.
world, right?
Yes. Yes.
There would be no poor, there would be no rich people maybe, and we are all equal,
Mm.
right?
Yes.
Okay, next, moving on. Now, what do you think is the number one world issue to you? Okay, now, suggested phrases for you to answer would be, you are going to say, I think. So you have to, of course, if you're going to answer the question, what do you think is the number one world issue and why? So in order for you to answer this question, you have to what? You have to start it with the
Mm.
word I think.
Mm.
Okay?
Yes.
So
I
here
think
are here
number
are a
one
lot
thing.
of problems in here, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
what you're going to do is you have to start it with I think, and then choose what
What
or
is issue?
yes, what is this particular world
Yeah.
issue that you think would be the number one.
Yeah.
Okay? So
Water factories or is it the natural resource? Yeah. War, hunger, poverty.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Because that is not enough the resources for the future iteration.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Iteration.
yes, actually, in order for you to answer the what, you have to start
What?
your answer with I think.
Yeah.
Let's say,
What
for
I
example,
think.
what do you think is the number one world issue? So you have to say, I think the
I think
number one
number
world
one.
issue is, if you are talking of
Yeah.
only one. If you're talking of more than one, you have to use R.
The first one,
Okay?
I think the
That the number
climate change.
one, yeah,
Yeah,
okay, you
the
have to
number one. Yeah.
the number one world issue is, okay,
Yeah.
go. I
Uh,
think
I think the number one work issue
is
is climate change.
climate
Climate
change.
change.
Okay,
Climate
what
change.
if your answer would be two? So what are you going to say? I think,
think I think
okay,
the
the most,
most
yes,
uh,
world issues are,
pro issues are the
yes,
most
because
pro issues are
you're talking of two
two, yeah,
issues.
two
So
issue,
therefore
yeah,
we have to say, okay, do not say number one because when you say number one, it's just only one.
yeah,
So we have to change this. We have to say, I think the most
the
world issues
most work issue
are,
are, yeah,
yeah. So you can,
I
let's say, for
think the
example,
most
climate
I think the
change
most work issue are uh
issues,
issue, yeah, issue, work
issues,
issues,
okay, are,
work issue are limit change, the limit
and,
change and
okay,
the global warming,
global warming. Okay,
yeah.
actually, climate change and global warming must go together, actually,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes,
Because if it is, if we are suffering from a global warming, that means globally, not only in your country, but of course to the whole world or to the whole universe.
yes,
Okay, and then there would be an effect of climate change if there would be a global warming. Okay.
yes, yes,
Okay, now, why? So in answering the question why, you have to say because,
because big,
yes.
yes, big,
So because maybe not enough
not
resources
enough
for
resource
future
future
generations,
generation.
because it's the effects or affects health, or because killing people, or because threatens human existence, or
Yes,
because virus break out. So
yeah,
these are the possible answers, but you need to use the word why.
why?
Okay? And again, when we are asking
I think
question about I, you have to start your
I think
yes answer with the word I think.
I
And
think
then
most
why?
most work issue are global warming and
And
li-
climate, okay,
climate change,
climate change.
climate change
Why?
because of
Because
not enough resources for future generation.
yeah, generation. So that's right, okay? So again, if we are asking about what, you have to start your
I
answer with
think
I think. If
I
we
think
are asking why, we have to say it because.
yes, sir.
Okay? Okay, now
It's just
let's try to find out now
what
what's the
where.
difference between the what and the where. Okay. Where do we use the what? Can you read this one?
What is a thing or an action?
Yes. So meaning we are talking about a thing. Okay.
Yeah,
If we are talking of what, we are asking about a thing or an action.
action.
But if we are talking about where,
Where is a place?
it's a place. Very good.
Where a
Again,
place?
what is for a
Venue.
thing or action? Where is the place or a venue? So that's
Yeah.
correct. Okay. Okay. Now, this is it now. What are the causes of the world issue you
Causes.
mentioned above? So, suggested phrases for the answers would be like this. Okay? So, too many people. Now, look at this one. Again, if you're talking of what? We're talking about a thing. We're talking about maybe a people,
People.
right? Okay, we're talking about overuse, greed, want more profits, corruption, to supply people's demand, and ignorance. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so what you're going to say? What are the causes of the world issue you mentioned? Again, we use the word what, so therefore you have to begin your answer with
Answer why?
I
I
think.
think.
Okay,
I think
I think what?
because. Yeah.
I think the causes
Causes. The
of
causes.
the
The
world
word.
issue are.
Uh, to the mm, uh to the one model profit.
Oh, profits,
Yeah,
okay?
they
So
want
want
model
more
profit.
profits. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
And then another one.
and another one. The two the first, this is the maybe that the
Yeah.
one model office and to supply pupil demand.
Demand, yes. When we say to supply people's demand, that means you need a lot of things in order to supply their demand.
Yes.
Okay? So, as the demand increases, the supply increases too. So,
Yeah.
that is the law of supply and demand.
Yes.
Okay, that's in economics. It's very understandable that if the demand is increasing, the supply also is increasing.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so again, if you're asking of what, you are talking about a thing
Okay.
or an action, right?
Yes.
And then, in order to answer that, begin your answer with I think.
I think.
Okay. So
Yes.
you have to say, I think the
The
causes of the
causes
world issue
the causes of the real issue are
yes, want more
one more
profits
profits and to
to
supply
supply
pupil
people's
demand.
demand. Very good. Okay. So that is how we're going to answer that one. Why?
Why should
Because,
they
yeah.
care about global problem? Because of um, be, uh, tại sao họ care about the global problem?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
one should care about global problems because
um, give me something because that directly affects us uh,
yeah.
and directly affects us and affects our future generation. Yeah,
Yes. Okay,
and
not
yeah,
yeah. And
and the self life in innovation in
environment. Yeah,
environment.
very good.
Yeah,
Okay, because when you say global problems, not only in your country, but it's global, not only local, it's
yeah.
global. So that is because
It's
it
because of
directly
the
affects
affects
us
us,
and in affects
affects our
our
future
future generation,
generation.
right? And look at this one. Who will going to suffer a lot? Our
Yeah,
children,
saving.
because they are our generation. They are our ancestors.
Yes, ancestor.
Okay?
Yeah,
Yeah. So our children will going to suffer if we will not going to take good care of our nature.
yeah.
Okay? Okay. So that is how you're going to answer that, Jimmy. Okay. Now, this one actually is optional. So meaning, if you want to discuss this one, we can discuss it. If you don't want to discuss this one, well, we will going to proceed to another lesson. That is what we mean by optional. Okay? Hello? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So that is optional.
I reading. I'm thinking. That's
Yeah.
why a few minutes I thinking.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, in our hometown,
Yes.
in our hometown, right? Do
Yes.
you
In your
do you
hometown.
yeah? Do you think is it better invest more the education or environment?
Yes. And
Why?
why? Okay, again, um, you have to start your answer with using the I think, and then when we say why, it's because
Yeah.
it like that. So in your hometown, do you think it is better to invest more on education? So you have to choose. Is it more on the education or is it more on the environment? So what do you think would be um, you want to invest in that in your country? Because
Yeah.
here in the Philippines, we want to invest much more on our environment. because
Yes.
our education here in the Philippines is also is now good. So
Yes.
therefore, we need to address our problem when it comes to the environment,
Yes.
because the our environment here in the Philippines should be should have to give much more focus in order to prevent the global warming.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's here in the Philippines. What about in your country? So where are you going to invest? Is it more
Yeah.
on the education or in the
I
environment?
think I think is in my hometown is not my country. That is it in small hometown. I'm talk.
Okay.
Yes, they are very very far away the school, and we don't have.
Oh.
Yes, we don't have the international school in here.
Oh.
Yes, a lot of the children and the pupil they come to the normal school with the government, and
Mm.
yeah, the education is it not high rate for the
Yes.
yes, high rate for the learning. Yeah, very far away. They need to I
Improve.
think is it near in the hometown need to improve.
Yes.
Very, as you know, that very difficult for me to learning English.
Yes.
Yes, I must be to learn by the internet. I don't have the time.
Okay.
I don't have the time come to the
To go
city
to,
to learn
yeah.
me. Yeah, very
Uh,
far. And when
oh,
after work, I have to learn every day to improve for myself. I
yes.
I hope that this is in the future how more the school for the education improve in my place.
Yeah.
Why?
Okay.
Because that's very the Vietnam is very big country. They
Mm-hmm.
yes we have long way with the big area.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we have the don't have more the farm and the government. I have who the much too much the hill.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and or so we help the pupil to the place pupil stay in over there near the right or somewhere is most some how can I say the same the USA very far away have the one town uh, 50 kilometer or 10,
Mm.
100 kilometer. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
So that's
yeah,
the reason.
yeah,
So if you're given a chance in your hometown, you're going to invest on education
yeah,
in
education.
order to improve the quality education in your
Yes,
hometown. That's nice, actually, okay? Because here in the Philippines, we do have a lot of schools here.
yeah,
We do have a lot of international schools here in the Philippines.
yeah,
And then, yeah, we do have a school in here. And then far away, a little bit in there, we can see another school. And then
yeah.
over there, it's a school again. So we do have a lot of
Yeah,
schools.
normally the school, the public.
Yeah.
Yeah, in
Oh.
Vietnam, is it not same like this? Now in my hometown, 10 year ago, mm, 10 year ago, I also try to improve my skill
Mm-hmm.
English. Then
Yeah.
I collect my amount of children, 10 people of one group.
Mm.
I'm training for them free how
Mm.
to learn how to learn the English in the future for you.
Okay. Yeah, but you know what? This is what we called my observation, because during the first time that we had able to meet, because this
Yeah.
one would be the third time, right? I couldn't
Yes.
understand your the way you say it in English, because you say it very fast,
Oh,
actually.
yes.
Yeah. So again, I want you to remember that in speaking English, it doesn't
Slowly.
have to be, yeah, it doesn't have
Yes.
to be fast. So you just have to talk it slowly,
Slowly.
okay?
Yes.
Because those who are English speakers that talk fast or faster, those who are British American or
American.
British American English, or
Yes.
British English. But those who are American English, just like this one, the normal one.
Yes.
Okay, but in here, we're not learning the British English, which is the slang, because
Yes.
we cannot understand them at all. So we
Yes.
are learning here the American English accent. Okay,
Yes.
it's clear. It's very clear, and then you can be able to understand them. Okay,
Yes.
and I'm happy to inform you that this time I can understand what you are saying.
Thank you so much.
Yes. So I do appreciate that one because you what is one? You speak clearly now.
Yes, thank you
Yeah,
so
you speak
much.
clearly now. So I want you to develop that one because one of these days you will be good.
Yeah,
Okay?
please,
And you will be
please.
better. Okay?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Oh,
can do
please.
that. We can do that.
Yes.
So let's help one another. Okay?
Yeah.
That's why we do have a lot of talking in here
Yeah.
because I want you to develop your speaking
I
ability.
think I think that I understand what I want. I understand the the I'm strong.
Yes.
I want to be. That's why I try to improve my English skill. I try to learn. I don't sigh. Another time I sigh, cause I swan. Uh, I don't want to learn more. I don't want to care everybody. Yeah.
Okay. But that would be you, okay? Especially you because you're working with your own company, right?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is
So
my companies also have to the meeting with the English because that they our company have the more espace. Uh, they most of them is the Sri Lankan people and the
oh,
India people.
oh really?
Yeah.
And you know what? Indian people knows English well, huh?
No,
You
no,
don't know?
no, sir.
But I
Philippines is one. I understood Philippines, and I love that in Philippines, and yeah, I just don't care about England, UK. But the Philippines
yeah,
is the one
UK.
in the
Actually,
Iceland.
UK is the best,
Yeah,
okay? They're American accent actually.
as you know that I think Indian and Sri Lankan people they are talking not like the
Ah,
same
not good
Vietnam.
English.
Yes,
But you know what, Jimmy? I do have three friends in India, and they can speak very good English.
yes, they are businessmen maybe.
Ah, okay. Ah, yeah, that's why. That's why. But
Yes.
for those who are just low in the position, so yeah.
Yeah, most of them
Okay.
speak is not as well.
Wow. So that's the
Yeah.
reason. Okay, now
Yeah.
I know.
Then most of people working in my company, our company, they are speaking very fast, but they are speaking
Yeah.
wrong. The same, the line of me, 10 year working over there. That's why I try to improve. When I come out, I become our presentation. I
Yes.
can't solve more for them what the reason I want to share.
Ah. Oh, now it's time for you to teach them.
No, sir. I
It's time for
I
you to teach them
yeah,
because
sometimes
apply our skills that we've learned in here. It's that is
yes.
one of on how you're going to improve your English,
Yes.
Jimmy. I told you. So maybe one of these days, talk to them in a soft voice and in a mellow voice, not too fast.
Yes.
Okay, and
Somebody
then
meeting
emphasize.
yeah, somebody meeting I heard something wrong from them, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't I don't I don't try to learn from them. Before
Yeah.
that I learn from them.
Oh, and you can also adapt
Yeah.
their mistakes if you're going to learn from
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's the
I'm sorry.
reason. Oh, nice to
Okay.
hear that, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Second that we need
Second
to yeah, that we need to answer. Can you read
yeah.
this one?
Yes, many people believe that uh, climate change
Climate
is
again. Yes, climate
climate
change,
change is the responsibility of uh,
the
government,
government. Okay.
government, not
Yes.
any individual.
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 Yes, that's right.
Yeah. Do you agree with the statement about why or why
Or
not?
not? Okay. So can you say statement?
Statement,
Okay.
statement,
State, state,
state,
state.
state,
Okay. You have to pronounce the long A in here. State meant. Yeah.
statement,
Statement.
statement,
Yeah. Okay. And then can you
statement
yes.
about
And then you can you say individual.
individual
Very good. Responsibility.
re- responsibility,
Okay. Emphasize the S.
re-
Res.
re-
Res.
res-
That's right.
res- res-
Found. Civility.
responsibility,
That's correct.
responsibility of the
Yes. Can you say
government,
climate?
climate,
Can you say people?
people,
Okay,
people,
yeah, that's it.
people,
That's
people,
right. It's people. So people, climate change.
people, climate change.
Very good. Okay. So that is how you are going to
Responsibility.
pronounce that. Now, how are we going to answer this one, Jimmy? So many people believe that climate change is the responsibility of the government, not any individual. So who do you think would be the responsibility or it's
Uh,
responsible for this? Is it the government only, not the individual? What do you think?
no. For me, I think
Yes.
I think uh, everybody must be to improve the
Yes.
yeah to improve the climate change,
Yes.
and everybody have to sorry, not have, everybody try to join the club or to
Yes.
talk about people or to together work with the government or try
Yes.
and the cooperation is it your idea and
That's correct.
yeah and if you have the project, the small project, that's okay, but to propose for them, report to
Correct.
yes report to them, propose to them to a government and take the money or do small project first,
Yeah,
then improve small thing.
that's
Then in the
correct.
future you will have the big project in
Yes.
responsibilities with the of the government.
Yes. I agree with you, Jimmy, okay? Because it's not only the responsibility of the government. We have to take actions as an individual. It's our responsibility, not only the government. So the
Yes,
government has its own project. So
yes,
according to you, you need to join the government's project in order to
yes,
prevent climate change.
yes,
And that's
yes.
good.
Yeah.
Okay? Hopefully that you will become the next president of your country.
Joking, joking.
Yeah.
No,
No, we cannot say it, right? Maybe one of these days you will become the president.
I
Okay?
don't
And
want to
then,
be. Yeah, I don't want to become this. Then this is I think that in future I can share my knowledge for
mhm,
most of people, and the same of you. A lot of you, you can share your knowledge and your experience to me on the
mhm.
world or anywhere. If you can give, that is very very nice and great future.
Yes. Okay. And you know what? The way you talk now, I can understand what you are talking now. See? Because you're not talking very fast. You're just talking it's slow.
Yeah,
Okay? So
thank you.
maintain that one, Jimmy. Okay?
Yes,
Maintain
sir.
that one. And then if you try to talk also with your with the employees, with your co-employees, with your employees, talk to them also not too fast so that
Yes.
they can able to understand you also.
Thank you.
Okay? Yeah. And of course, to support that statement would be, do you agree with the statement above? Of course,
Of
yes.
course,
Right?
yes, yes.
Yeah. So that's the
Oh, yeah.
reason why we need to have this particular lesson, global problems or world
Global from
problems, because we wanted to have the solution for this.
yeah,
Right? Just like
yes.
in your office, if you do have any problems in there, what do you do?
In the my office,
Yes.
yes, this is in my office some the problem that I'm the technical, I'm the
Mm-hmm.
engineer for the technology.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, the problem come for me. This is for on most of them on the company. It is will stop working with the data.
Okay. Oh, so
Yeah.
that's the first thing that you do.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
first thing that is I try to take the solution fast.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's right.
and to get the support from the high level, my
Yes.
manager, and to coordinate. To announcement
Yeah.
of the hit OD. Hit OD mean that the hit department manager.
Yes.
Yes, and together to talk with them, we have this problem. The root cause must be like this, like this. We need
Yeah.
your support. Now, try to get the report by the manual first. I will give, sorry, please give for me the timeline. I will try to improve fast,
Yeah.
yeah, and quickly to solve the problem for
The
all of them.
problem, yeah,
Yes,
and that's good, okay,
yeah,
because you can be able to directly address the concerns,
yeah,
right? Because
yeah.
if you're not going to solve that in that very moment, that would problem must have a bigger problem. It will
Yeah.
turn to be a bigger problem, and that's good. I
Yeah.
do appreciate you for that.
Thank you.
Okay, because quickly. Okay, you act
Yes.
quickly to the problem, and that's good.
Yeah.
You're the best boss.
Thank you.
Okay.
But any problem we must be to show. We must be to show. Then you will become will believe them and become the new idea from them. Think
Yes.
about think about them don't understand what is your job, but they understand something about the root cause or problem solving. They can do it.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
we said while ago, you put your shoes on their shoes,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So that you can also understand why is it there would be problems. So maybe you have to dig more much there, deeper, and then know the problem. And then if you know the problem, and then you have to input now the solution
Yeah.
because you were able to go there to step down on their level.
Of course.
Right? Wow, you're a very good boss, okay?
Thank you.
Okay. Now, to summarize our lesson for today, of course, we had the vocabulary all
Yeah.
about
Corruption,
corruption.
corruption, recurring,
Okay, recurring. Okay.
recurring,
Yeah, that's right.
recurring. Yeah. Uh,
Fossil.
fossil fuels.
Yes, fossil fuel.
Yeah. Fossil fuel.
Yeah, that's
Greedy,
greedy.
greedy. Terrorism,
Terrorism.
terrorism,
Terror.
terrorism,
Yeah, that's right. Again,
terrorism.
very good.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
poverty.
poverty,
Yes,
poverty.
poverty. And we were able to study also idioms, right?
Idioms.
Just
Yes.
like better late than
That
never.
never.
What else aside from better late than never?
Uh,
I hope you can still remember
yes.
our
Yeah.
our
One
idiomatic.
time. Yes. You do let. But you never stop everything. In if you didn't do everything.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
If you
and
do
then
the let. If you do only one time let, but you have to do one. If you
Yeah.
are never do that, is it you never have the impact?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it's better late than nothing at
that
all,
nothing.
right? But nothing at all. So we were able to study also the structure, the weather,
Better
okay, whether plus the
plus
clause or
or
are not,
not.
okay?
Yes.
And we had able to
Culture,
discuss about the causes,
process,
consequences,
consequences, and solution
to the
to
world
world problems.
problems. Okay? And that the end of our lesson about world problems.
Problem.
So, next meeting we are going to tackle another topic. Okay?
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. So, thank you so much for your
May
time, Chidi. Yeah.
may I have the document for next topic first? I will try to schedule my time to take the more idea with the next
Yeah,
topic.
sure, sure. I'm going to send it to you, okay? I'm going to
Please.
yeah, send it to you, okay?
Okay.
So, thank you so much for your time,
Yes.
okay? And
Have
I'm
a
going
nice day.
to have
See
a
you,
nice day
teacher.
too. See you again on Monday,
Yeah.
okay?
Thank you,
Okay.
teacher.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.